Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas, and this is my first review following Christmas, and it is Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, the sequel to the classic Robin Williams film Jumanji. Now none of us knew really until we've actually seen the movie or till it was released if this was actually a reboot or a remake, and it is actually a sequel, and it does lay to bed when you watch the movie how the board game becomes a video game type of thing, and it is quite nicely done and it is quite respectful. So it is indeed a sequel, and it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black and Karen Gillan from Guardians of the Galaxy fame. And this film follows a group of teens who all manage to get into detention in their high school on the same day, and they all end up going in detention, and they're told to clean up this basement down in this school cellar, and they notice while they're in the basement that there is an old video system with a video game in it called Jumanji. They set it up, decide to have a go, they all choose their characters, and as you will expect, they all get sucked into the video game, and they all become the avatars of the characters they chose on the menu screen. So we get, I think he's called Spencer, he's like the nerdy guy, he becomes Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Kevin Hart comes, who was like the jock, the quarterback guy, he becomes Kevin Hart, who's like a zoologist, who basically he carries all this stuff in his backpack for The Rock. We have the kind of quiet nerdy girl, she becomes Karen Gillan, the action heroine, and the self-obsessed teen girl who can't be parted from her telephone, she becomes Jack Black, highly amusingly, which is subject of many laugh out loud moments throughout the movie. And they soon learn when they get sucked into the game that they've got a certain amount of lives. They've got 3 lives, and they've got to get this jewel from this bad guy, the villain in the game, and take it back to this mountain top and put it in this Jaguar to end the game. And they all shout Jumanji, and it's all over with. But it's in a video game, so it's set out like a video game. So you've got different levels, and it gets progressively harder each level. You've got NPCs that are just programmed to say certain things to certain characters, and you've got like bad guys behaving exactly how you would expect bad guys to behave in a video game. So it's quite clever, this film. It's quite meta. Anybody who's a fan of video games and stuff will get a kick out of a lot of this, even though it's not fully realistic. It makes a good attempt to step into a video game world. And yeah, I have to say, I had a good time watching this movie. It's the perfect movie to watch following Christmas. It's entertaining, it's fun, you don't have to think too much about it. It gives you everything you want. It's funny, loads of action, good effects, and good chemistry amongst all the leads in the film. And yes, I suppose, you know, that you could say it's a little shallow. You could pick holes in it in regards to the reality of it, in regards to the video game setting, and how there's, you know, how does the villain have a life when he's not interacting with the main characters, because that doesn't happen in real video games. They only come alive when you start interacting with them, sort of thing. So there are weaknesses here and there, but so what? It's just a damn good movie, this. It's fun, and I had a really good time watching it. The action is very good. I think the chemistry between The Rock and Kevin Hart was brilliant in Central Intelligence, but it's arguably even better here, because you could tell the pals off screen and the chemistry works on screen. They're very funny together. Jack Black was on great form here. He plays up on his character really well, you know, being this beautiful teen girl obsessed with her telephone, stuck in this middle-aged overweight scientist guy. And Karen Gillan handles the action scenes fantastically well, as you would expect from a Guardians of the Galaxy experience. So I think this is good film. In a lot of ways, it's respectful to the original, and it does tip its hat on a couple of occasions to the original and Robin Williams, and it expands further on the mythology of this movie or this movie franchise, and it does leave it open for more. And I would be happy to watch more, I would say, because I think this was a hugely enjoyable film. It deserves some success. It deserves to find an audience, and I understand it is doing reasonably well. It's not doing poorly or anything. It's probably going to do quite well. It's getting fairly strong reviews. I've not seen a bad review yet for it. I've seen a few lukewarm ones. And yeah, and if you're wanting to go and see cinema with a family, everybody go in there with a pile of popcorn and ice cream and come out with smiles on the faces on everybody in the family. This is a perfect film to take everybody to go and see this holiday season. It's pitched perfectly. It's out at the right time, straight at Christmas time and after Christmas. And I think this is definitely worth a watch.